Hey guys, it's Neon. Welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is going to be the second of 3 or 4 Marvel videos we're going to be doing today because there's a lot of news and speculation coming out of D23 about the future of the MCU, the future of Spider-Man within the MCU. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? So we did a video earlier in the week talking about the breakdown between Sony and Marvel Studios over the Spider-Man deal, which was always, to be honest, it was always a very odd deal, the way that was done. And Sony basically decided they did not want Disney to have that much control over Spider-Man, and they're taking their ball, their amazing spider ball, and they're going home with it, apparently. But now there may possibly be a new deal in the works. Maybe they're going to give Disney some of they want like 50%. Disney wanted a huge increase in the amount of money they were getting for Sony's Spider-Man movies. They basically want to own Spider-Man. They want the rights back to Spider-Man. And Sony's like, nah, that's okay. We're good. We did okay with Venom. We did okay with Into the Spider-Verse. We're going to part ways. And Kevin Feige, yeah, he's out the door. He's not going to be working on the Spider-Man movies anymore, which effectively means that Spider-Man would be removed from the MCU. Now, whether or not Tom Holland would continue to play him after the current deal lapses, who the hell knows? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on with Spider-Man, so we're going to try to make some sense of it here. Before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. We just passed 50,000 subs. 50,000 of you. Thank you. 50,000 subs this week, and we'd like to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. Trying to grow the reef. Make it big. Make it big. Thank you so much. Okay, so, Bounding in the Comics. This morning posts... The rumor is that Marvel and Disney are offering Sony a deal to keep Spider-Man in the MCU. Yeah, they cannot afford to lose Spider-Man. He's like the only hero left in the MCU, other than maybe Doctor Strange, that anybody still gives a shit about, that hasn't been killed, that hasn't been sidelined, that hasn't been ruined. You need to keep Spider-Man in the MCU. And I think Disney, I'd like to think that they know that. Now, since we did that original video, there's been all kinds of information coming out, even from Stan Lee's daughter, who was attacking Marvel and Disney about their treatment of her father. And she said she would love for Sony to have Spider-Man because she doesn't think Disney should be the only ones who decide the future of Spider-Man. So very interesting to hear that coming from Stan Lee's daughter. So now the rumor is that there's going to be a new deal. So this new rumor suggests that Marvel, Disney, and Sony have reached a deal concerning Spider-Man. The rumor comes from TVO at the Lords of the Long Box. He states Disney has made a new offer to Sony and are waiting for them to accept or counter. The hope is that this is agreed upon by D23. Well, not going to happen. It's going on right now. So a huge announcement can be made of the renewal of vows. Renew your vows, Spider-Man. Renew your vows. We're not even going to talk about the Black Cat situation. So think about this. D23 wants to pop bigger than Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah, right now, D23 is a freaking dud. We've been following the news, and there are no big surprises. Everything that, I mean, as far as their parks news is concerned, it's all been pretty much just confirming rumors that have been out there for quite some time. No major movie news. Disney Plus looks like a dud. It looks like it's DOA. I'm sure they'll probably do okay in the long term, but like I'm not excited about really anything coming to Disney Plus at all. So I don't know. Right now, there's not a lot of buzz about D23 other than the big cluster that was Disney's big top secret project. They promised this big project announcement on the 22nd. Everybody thought, well, maybe it'll be another theme park. Maybe Disney is buying another company. This is going to be big. It's going to be huge. Everybody was talking about it. And it turned out they're just doing a documentary about how well they treat their employees. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Nobody gives a shit. So this would actually be big news. So TVO then dives into the details of the deal. It's a 6-picture deal with Tom Holland and an option for a 7th. There are 3 more Spider-Man films after the 3rd one, in essence a new trilogy. The 2nd trilogy will focus on Peter Parker's college years, including plans to meet up and team up with Firestar. Whoa! The 2nd trilogy would focus on Peter Parker's college years, including plans to meet up and team up with Firestar and Iceman. Spider-Man and his amazing fucking friends. Okay, so this is a rumor, but this would be really freaking cool if this actually happened. Okay, the other 3 movies are 2 Avengers films, which Spider-Man will have a larger role, with the Fantastic Four becoming friends with Johnny Storm. Again, this is all from the comics. This is all from TV. If they go this, if they go this route, that would be very exciting. I think it would be very exciting to have Spider-Man with the Fantastic Four. But I understand the issues with Disney right now and Spider-Man, but damn it, I would like to see Spider-Man hang out with Fantastic Four. I used to read Marvel Team Up all the time as a kid, and the Fantastic Four were often in Marvel Team Up. So, Marvel Studios will helm and co-finance all Spider-Man related movies for 30% of the full profits. I think before it was like 50% of opening weekend or opening day, so 30% of the full profits. Sony will distribute, but Disney will acquire exclusive digital and online rights for Disney Plus and affiliated TV networks. Marvel Studios will helm and co-finance Spider-Verse live-action spin-offs. Marvel Studios will helm and co-finance Spider-Verse live-action spin-offs under the same terms. Venom will relocate into the MCU. That could be done very easily. They really could relocate. I mean, it took place in San Francisco. They could just move them to New York. Boom, done. Sony will be given permission for TV live-action programs based on Spider-Verse live-action properties. TVO adds Spider-Man is going to be in a D23 presentation. He's going to be in a panel. Yeah, see, about that, this is going to be really freaking awkward. If they can't get this taken care of, D23 is going to be really awkward. They are promoting Spider-Man very heavily. They have Spider-Man coming to the, what is it called, Avengers Campus, Marvel-themed lands in California and Paris. Spider-Man is coming. And if they lose the rights to Spider-Man, you know, that's going to look really bad. They still have Spider-Man on the banners. Obviously they do, because they had to get these things printed up probably before Far From Home even came out. So it's going to be really freaking awkward. It's going to be really freaking awkward if they can't get this thing taken care of. So along with a rumor from TVO at Lords of the Long Box, Tom Holland posted a number of photos alongside Iron Man actor Robert Downey Jr., simply stating, "We did it, Mr. Stark." In the final photo, it shows Downey Jr. holding a Spider-Man action figure, with Holland holding an Iron Man one. Or could it just be like, hey, we did Endgame and we did really well, and Spider-Man did really well? That would be kind of cool. He could just be hanging out with Robert Downey Jr. because they get along in real life. I mean, it might not mean anything. So, also from Bounding in the Comics, Iron Man director Jon Favreau provides update on Spider-Man's status. He's holding out hope. Of course he is. Of course he is. So, yeah, Iron Man director, Mandalorian creator, director of the live-action Lion King nobody asked for, and Happy Hogan actor Jon Favreau provided an update on Spider-Man's status while at D23 spoke with Variety. He was asked whether or not Ant-Man and Happy would have to break up if Sony and Disney don't reach a deal. Favreau responded, "I don't know. Ant-Man and Happy were quite a couple there. As an actor, I had so much fun working with Marissa and Tom Holland. As a fan, and as an actor, and as someone who has been part of the Marvel story for so long, yeah, since the freaking beginning, we've all read rumors, we've all read press releases, but you never know what's going to happen." That's a very non-answer. He said he's holding out hope and being optimistic that this isn't the final chapter of the story between those characters. So the last official word on Spider-Man's exit came via a statement from Sony indicating they were disappointed. "We're not angry, Marvel. We're just very disappointed. We're not angry. We're just very disappointed." Disappointed exiting the deal and placed the blame on Kevin Feige's increased workload with the arrival of the former Fox properties such as X-Men, Fantastic Four. Bullshit! It's about the money. It's always been about the money, and the fact that Sony is probably like, you know what? We had Spider-Man before Kevin Feige even got involved. The Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi trilogy, pretty much kicked off the modern superhero era in Hollywood. So they're probably like, we did it once, we can do it again. We didn't need them then, we can do it on our own. Venom did well, had no ties to the MCU. Spider-Verse did well, had no ties to the MCU. We can do it again. And, you know, that's probably what this boils down to. However, so the dispute between Sony and Disney has divided a number of fans, and even had J.C. Lee, Stan Lee's daughter, weigh in. And she said that no one could have treated her father worse than Disney and Marvel executives. So we don't know where this is going to go. I mean, I think money talks. At the end of the day, there's a lot of money to be made off of Spider-Man movies. And Disney, you know what? They'd rather have 70% of something than 100% of nothing. So I'm sure that something will be worked out, especially since Far From Home made a ton of money, especially since, you know, a lot of people like Tom Holland. They like, you know, I like Tom Holland. I don't think he's comic book Peter Parker. I don't think this version of Spider-Man is really the comic book version of Spider-Man. I think Sam Raimi's trilogy did a very, very good job of that. But for what it is, you know, he's a pretty likable kid, I think. But I do worry where Spider-Man is going to be in Phase 4 and Phase 5 because of the direction of Phase 4 and Phase 5. You know, I just have a feeling that Peter Parker is going to wind up being sidelined in this universe. But, you know, Disney kind of needs Spider-Man because they killed off, sidelined everybody else. So you got to have a mascot. Tony Stark is gone. You got to have a mascot. So we'll see if Disney is willing to play ball. You know, Disney is not used to being in the hot seat. They're not used to being the ones that have to come on bended knee and, you know, ask somebody for something. So we'll see. We'll see if they work it out. Very interesting rumor, though. Again, can't substantiate it, but damn it, if they do Spider-Man, His Amazing Friends, and they team up Spider-Man with the Fantastic Four, if it's done right, it could be pretty badass. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. This has been Neon. I'll talk later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.